and welcome back to Lawrence Travel Tips. As a travel agent, I send hundreds of clients every year to the Chateau de Versailles. However, with 7 million visitors per year, the castle can be very crowded and it's not always easy to get tickets. For this reason, I wanted to start a new series where I introduce you to other castles that are within the vicinity of Paris that you can easily visit. So on this first episode, we're going to be looking at the Castle of St-Germain-en-Laye. I hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome back to Lawrence Travel Tips. Today I'm filming from the Castle of St-Germain-en-Laye, which is the old residence of Louis XIV before he decided to move to Versailles. This castle was transformed in the 19th century by Napoleon III into a museum about archaeology, specifically about the Gaelics and the Roman times. If you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome. My name is Laurence. I've been a travel agent for the past 10 years, specializing in Europe and Asia, and on this channel, I share tips to help you plan your dream vacation. I wanted to say a big thank you to all those of you who have subscribed. It means the world to me that my videos are helpful to people out there. To those that are new, thank you very much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video so I can keep creating great content. Without much further ado, let's get started. Saint-Germain-en-Laye is a small suburb west of central Paris. The castle is located 30 minutes by train from central Paris or 40 minutes by car, so it's very easily accessible. The castle today hosts the Museum of Archaeology. It was first built in 1124, so in the 12th century, by King Louis VI. The castle was then extended to include a chapel in 1238 by King Louis IX, which you can still visit today. The chapel belongs to the Rayonnant phase of French Gothic architecture. The castle was then burned down by the Black Prince in 1346. Of it, only the Gothic chapel remains from the site's medieval phase. The castle was later rebuilt by King Charles V in the 14th century on the castle's old foundations. The castle then served as a home to French royalty for the coming centuries. In 1638, King Louis XIV was born in the castle of Saint-Germain-en-Laye. At his majority, he established his court here in 1666, where he ruled for 20 years until he moved to Versailles in 1682. The castle was the site of the very famous Affair of the Poisons, one of the most famous murder scandals of French history. I won't go into too much detail regarding this scandal, but to sum it up briefly, Louis XIV's favorite mistress, Madame de Montespan, with whom he had 7 children, was rumored to be involved in the poisoning and demise of her rival when she suddenly died in 1681. Madame de Montespan was also rumored to have hired a witch to help her make love potions to give to the king to win back his favor. It was said that she served him these love potions for close to 13 years, leading the king to fear he was being poisoned. No evidence was ever found, however, but Madame de Montespan went down in French history as a very sulphurous character. You can visit Madame de Montespan's quarters in the Saint-Germain-en-Laye castle, which have today become a wing of the museum. Over the subsequent century, the castle was inhabited by British monarchy and members of British royalty in exile. The last descendants were evicted when the castle was confiscated by the government during the French Revolution in 1793. In the early 19th century, the castle became a training school for Napoleon's cavalry. A century after the French Revolution, Napoleon III decided to transform the castle into a museum. In 1862, he signed a decree officially transforming the castle into a museum of Gaelic and Roman history. The castle was then restored by the architect Eugène Millet, with a mission to make it into a major museum in France. The castle's 16th century room and decorations were rebuilt, and the rooms repainted to attempt to recreate the palace of King François I. The archaeologist Alexandre Bertrand was then charged with creating the museum collections itself for the World Fair of 1867 in Paris. Today the museum is 150 years old and is at the forefront of French and European archaeological research. It is one of the oldest museums in France. Exploring the castle and the museum, I felt the weight of history knowing that so many famous figures have walked these same corridors over the past 900 years. The museum also features art that is over 20,000 years old, so you can really witness human history in 3D. A good thing about this castle is that it's not touristy at all, as it's very off the beaten path. You can really take your time to explore and it's very quiet. When I visited it, most visitors I saw were locals or tourists who were big history buffs. The entry fee is only €6 for an adult, and the entry is free every first Sunday of the month. To me, this castle is a hidden gem, and I would highly recommend it to anyone looking to escape the crowds to learn about French history. I will include a link to the museum website in the description below. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and that you learned something new about the castle of Saint-Germain-en-Laye, which I would call the Versailles before the Versailles castle existed. If you did, please don't forget to leave me a little thumbs up. Please also subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified of every time I post a new video. I'm thinking about making a video in the future about the town that's around the castle of Saint-Germain-en-Laye because it's a really beautiful town and I think you guys would really enjoy discovering it. If you'd like to see this, please leave me a little comment in the comment section below letting me know that you'd like to see that. It will always really help me to know what you guys are into. Thank you so much again for watching. I've made other videos about Paris, which I will link to here next to me. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.